Why, hello there. Welcome to today's new video from Pling Plong Warrior. Today I will be reviewing each beginning area of the Souls games. Disclaimer, I broke my hand. I don't know if you're new to the channel, so that's just an update. So if I play terribly, I apologize. But besides that, enjoy my video, and yeah. After creating your character and picking your class and your gift, you are then going to go and fight the Asylum Demon in any way that you would like. The attended way or the cool strat way. And when you fight this boss, you will most definitely first try this boss. Oh. After making your way back and reclaiming your souls because of an accidental thing that happened with the game, it won't let me swing or anything, you then will retry the boss. For some reason, the second time being a lot easier than the first on the boss that should just be easy, unless it's your first time playing a game, of course. Unless you're just built absolutely different. You will then claim your loot from the boss and head your way over to our favorite Oscar, who will then give you your orange juice and the keys out of here. You can listen to his dialogue if you want, but I've been here enough, I don't need to. After getting your orange juice from Oscar, you then make your way over here, where you run up, take a nice look. You can watch this cutscene if you want to, and then you get abducted by a huge bird who will actually play a role later on in the game as a sort of merchant trader, if you will. Not sure what you would call that, but you then get dropped off, and you're probably your first hub area of the game, unless you had a copy of Demon Souls, known as the Firelink Shrine. Something you'll see in every game going forward in the Dark Souls genre is some depressed guy, a crestfallen knight, or whatever it's called. This area, you don't really get much to do. It's gloomy. It's still pretty, don't get me wrong, but you can go three whole ways. You could go this way, which is absolute murder and death, and is absolutely terrible, as you can see here, but it has a very nice weapon in there. Some might even say a giant dad could use it. You could either go that way, the intended way to my left, or if you make your way over here, past the knight, down a flight of stairs, you will meet your firekeeper maiden lady, who you can either have mute for the entire game or do a quest to make her not mute. You then run over here and go to another place that, if it's your first game, I do not recommend going there immediately, but overall a sense of nostalgia will play a factor into this. It's beautiful, the music is nice, but it's grungy, so I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10, but there's no way to prove we're supposed to go at the beginning. Best Souls 2 begins with you beelining it towards a house where you create your character. At least in Scholar of the First Sin, I know you don't get chased by enemies, but I do believe if you have an original copy of Dark Souls 2, you get chased by enemies. You can go off and get a ring at the beginning of the game, but I don't think you're really supposed to do that immediately. So you go in here, you get bullied by some ladies, you create your character however you want to look, whatever class, whatever gift you want, create your character, get verbally insulted once again by some old ladies. You then leave, hit your first bonfire if this is your first time playing. I preferably skip this bonfire, I just don't really need a respec or anything. Grabs the free loot right at the beginning by breaking this carriage. A torch, which I believe you're supposed to use for this part, because this is the tutorial area, which I will not be walking through. I am just here to go through the beginning areas of each game and their hubs. So you make your way past through here, and it will pay off. You go through this dark and gloomy cave. Just keep running. And, alright. Let's just pause for a moment, and let's take this in. Ignore the sun shining off my head, but welcome to Majula. what I personally think. Actually, I can't spoil that yet, but just look at it. Such a beautiful area. Then you head down. Make your way down here and just look at it. It's so glorious. Then you walk over here, light the bonfire in the pub area. And then you do go down and talk to the Emerald Maiden, whatever her name is, Emerald Herald. Not a firekeeper, at least I think. She gives you your OJ, and then just take a breath and look at that. For being one of the most disliked Souls games, isn't it just beautiful? So you then could head to a Covenant up there with a Crestfallen Knight. That is the blacksmith shack to my right, which I can yet go to. This hub area is also full of goodies that you can grab, and some of the, for some reason, hardest enemies, death pigs, that you can or cannot fight if you want to. They drop cracked red-eyed orbs. We can then pay a visit to my second most hated NPC of the game, a frickin' talking cat, guys. If I recall, she sells rings, which you will need one of those rings later on, or a lot of HP, preferably both. Actually, I think, well, you need at least a lot of HP, and I actually think you need that ring, unless you want to do a glitch to get down there, but you'll see what I'm talking about in a second. After you talk to her, introduce yourself, you could go in here, talk to someone who begins, you know, seems a little anxious, I guess you could say, in a way. He sells armor. He'll later sell boss armor, but the more you buy from him, he gets super cocky. But his armor sells, so if you kill him and wear it, you get more souls. The door I just looked at is the manor, which you need a key to, and that is where you need the ring and HP. That is the gutter. A terrible, scary place. Then after that, you can head to 3 different areas. You could go this way, the Dragon Rider, through that route. Over here, if you hit my right, up there, which you need a Fragrant Branch of Yore, you have to play through the game and know what that is, and you know what I'm referring to, and then down here is the intended route, at least, I think. But that is it for Majula. I give this place an absolute 10 out of 10. After creating your character in Dark Souls 3, as the other games, gift, class, gender, name, all that, you then sit through a loading screen, also a cutscene, which for the sake of time and my well-being, I will be skipping throughout all of these. You then load in Cemetery of Ash. You run forward, and this area, those messages are not from players. I think some can be, but they actually teach you how to play the game. This is this game's tutorial area. Right here, you'll find on a Ostera Knight a Ashen Estus Flask, which, as many of you probably know, is mana or FP. You then make your way to your first bonfire after going through this, for some odd reason, pretty cemetery area, excuse me. You then make your way to your first bonfire, that's what I meant when I said that, which I don't rest at, because in this game, if you die, you don't get brought back to it. You then make your way through some enemies, you know, just beginner ones. Make this jump is your first crafting material, level up your weapon thing in the game, and then drop down. Can do a drop attack on enemy if you like. I think that's, well, though that is why he's there. You know, expert dodging is some of these things, and you make your way into here. Get your, gear ready like I am right now, because you are about to fight the tutorial boss and your first boss of the game. This fight is pretty simple if you're good at the game and know how to parry. Unfortunately, not only am I not good at the game, not very good at parrying, but broken hand, So, Udex Gundyr. I've heard Ludex, I heard Udex. That's an I. I will fight for that. That is not an L. If you think that's an L, you're crazy. So, pretty easy boss, pretty beautiful music, pretty arena too. Pyromancer, I believe, is the best choice for beginner games. I'm pretty sure that black goopy monster thing, I can't think of the name of it. It's like an infection. It's weak to fire, as you will learn later on, not to spoil the game, but a certain creature has some of it on his foot. Then again, run up here after you kill the boss, grab the Zero Lenny weapon, run up here. Now you can either go straight to the shrine or kill some more cannon fodder if you have some bloodlust in ya. And then there's not many places to go from here, but there is goodies spread out throughout here as well. You can come over here, kill these, and then test yourself against the master, see your skill, who drops what I think personally is the best weapon in the game, or at least one of the best and best dex weapons. After you prove your skill by killing the master, as you can see here, I was able to cheese and gank him with fireballs, which was amazing. I pick up a very fan favorite, and I think it's been throughout every FromSoft game, the Uchigatana, which I believe I do not have the stats for, obviously, because it does require a bit more, and my beginner stats are based around a pyromancer. You then make your way into the shrine. Look at this beautiful area, all those thrones, which you learn later on why they're there. There's your Firelink Shrine maiden lady, the Firekeeper, not Emerald lady, and she's not mute, but she is blind. You then place the coiled sword you got from defeating Udex, and then you can do what I'm doing right now to get some of the goodies that's here. I'm not sure if this is actually the intended way. I know later on, after you consult with a certain character and buy a key for 20,000 souls, you can skip that by going up these stairs, checking the tree to see. This is a, as you can tell from Dark Souls 2, the giant tree, and they drop the seeds that help you with invaders. Run up here, grab a soul of a deserted corpse, and make this first try. Like I said, make this first try. Totally not like my third try. Grab some homeward bones, run over here, and to your right there will be this entrance. If you head through the entrance, you will obviously see the item, I hope, and meet the bird, the trader bird. You can pick up this, which is a level up to your OJ, and then if you go over here, you see that wall? That wall's not real. Give that wall a good wallop, drop down, boom. Early game, you now have one of the best items, well, rings in the game. Now you get, I don't know what the soul boost is on it, but now you get more souls per kill and boss kill. I am not sure. Yeah, no, it does not increase the amount of boss souls you get for consuming those, but for Firelink Shrine of Dark Souls 3, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. And again, this is personal. Well, if you made it this far, this is the end of the video, and where I give my rankings. So, aside from nostalgia, which, because it'd be stupid if I just did that, my rankings is going to be first place, Majula. Obviously, I hope you guys saw that coming. Second place, I'm going to actually give Dark Souls Remastered or 1. I know a lot of people actually prefer Firelink Shrine Dark Souls 3, but I'm putting Dark Souls 3 in the end. Pretty hard to actually do that, but after some thinking and stuff, it just makes the most sense, I guess. Even with, if I were to add nostalgia, I'd still put Dark Souls 1 in second, but yeah. If you made this far, thank you. Maybe like the video, share. If you have any way of me to improve my videos, let me know down below. I've been working really hard on this. I'm not very good at editing or talking, even if you couldn't tell. I'm pretty nervous actually, and yeah. If I did bad, I get it. Let me know in the comments. Just please don't rip on me, because I'm not used to this. But I hope you liked the video, and yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good rest of your day, night, whatever. Yeah, see ya.